In an earlier video, we showed you how to search within RFPMonkey, and one of those techniques involved what are called search macros. In this video, we're going to show you how to use search macros and how to enable them for each user. First of all, search macros are a personal preference. They're a setting that each user can choose to use or not to use. So to enable them, you click on the User tab and go into your own personal settings and then simply turn on search macros by clicking the checkbox next to the text that says Show Search Macros. Save your edits, and then when you visit the search screen, you will now see these macros highlighted just underneath the normal search bar. So search macros allow you to do things that would be otherwise perhaps a little difficult to do without them, and they're grouped into various categories using different color combinations. The ones on the far left allow me to find entries within the content database that include images, or even specific kinds of images such as JPEGs or GIF files or PNG. You can see that the syntax for all macros is to use the braces and then the actual macro itself. So in this case, searching for JPEG graphics, I find all of the entries that have screenshots and logos and charts and graphs and things of that sort. In the next category of macros, you see tags, product, prospect, and company. And these will find entries that include within them references to certain other things. For instance, you may have entries that reference the prospect name, the name of your client. And these, of course, are personalized so that if you happen to be working on the Acme deal, it would say Acme here. If you are working on the mega company deal, it would say mega company here. At the moment, I'm not connected to a project, and so in this case, the prospect tags are showing the actual value of the tag itself. But that's the nature of this particular set of macros, to find entries that reference values within them. The one called tags will show me entries that include any of the tags that we just mentioned, such as the prospect, which we have a couple of references to. It may be your own company name, if you notice in the lower right, and there are a couple of other tags similar to that. Moving on, we've got a set of macros that help us identify entries that have been recently approved or perhaps reapproved today, week, and month. Week gives us those that were updated within the last 7 days, and month gives us those that were updated, I believe, in the last 30 days. So for instance, if I query for those that are updated this month, I can find quite a few, 51 entries in fact, that have been updated or authored somewhat recently. Might be important to know if you're curious to find something that is fresher than others, perhaps. We also have the ability within macros to find things that have been rated by your users as either excellent, good, average, or bad. So you may have noticed a little smiley face that shows up in the rating column. If we search for any entries that have been rated, we will find that we have some that have been rated as good. There may be some that are rated as excellent. Here's one that's excellent. There could even be those that have been rated by your users as poor, which would be an indication that you need to update them, improve them, or bring them up to code in some way. I was just searching then for anyone that had been rated, but you can also search for things that have been rated in a specific way. So for instance, show me all of those that have been rated as excellent. One in this case. Going over to the next group, we can see long and short. Long is defined as over 100,000 characters, and so things with tables take up a lot of space, or things that simply have a lot of content take up a lot of space. You can see that this first one with the table is 127,000 characters, and the one beneath it is 143,000 characters. So searching for the macro long will help me find those. The macro short will help me find things which are less than 100 characters, and this often includes single words like yes and no, but it also can be other rather short but still not single word responses. Moving over again, we can find entries that include within their content either lists or tables. So with lists, it will show me what are called ordered lists or unordered lists. This is an example of an unordered list or a bulleted list. An ordered list would be a numbered list, and they would both show up when searching using that particular macro. It appears as though all of the ones, here we go. Here is an ordered list that happens to be within an unordered list. The last couple of macros will show us entries that contain either comments or keywords. Both of those are optional. So if I search for entries that include comments, I will find that I've got quite a few, and the comments you'll see at the bottom of each entry are displayed, highlighted in gray. Whether or not comments are displayed is also a personal setting. Sometimes it's handy to locate those that that have a comment. And finally, keywords. Keywords are also optional. All of the language inside your questions and answers are, in fact, considered keywords, but you may also add additional keywords, and using the keyword macro would help you locate content where you have specifically put in individual keywords. I hope that helps understand the use cases for search macros. Thank you.